This segment is about graphing quadratics in intercept form. So intercept form is y equals a times x minus p times x minus q. So these are factors, that's what they're called. So my x-intercepts are p and q. So this will now give us our x-intercepts. As we know, x-intercepts are where my quadratic function will intersect my x-axis, like a y-intercept, but an x. Okay? So the axis of symmetry is going to be halfway between p0 and q0. So wherever our x-intercepts are, it's going to be halfway between it. Right? So finding the axis of symmetry means that it has the equation p plus q over 2. Okay? And the same goes for all of them. The graph opens up if a is positive, a is greater than 0, and the graph opens down if a is less than 0, which is negative. All right? So let's look at this example. So here's our graph. So first thing is our a is negative 2. So that tells us that our graph will open down. Right? And the next thing we see is our x-intercept. So this is x minus 1. Now, you're saying, oh, my x-intercepts are going to be negative 1, 0, because this is negative. However, this is x minus, so it's the same as when we talked about the vertex form is the opposite again. So, since this is x minus 1, our first x-intercept is positive 1, 0, and our other x-intercept is positive 5, 0. So I already know those points, so 1, 0, and 5, 0. So those are my x-intercepts. Now, I have to find the vertex. Well, how do I find the vertex? Well, if I have the axis of symmetry is the same as my x value for my vertex. Okay? So these are the same thing. So if I find my axis of symmetry, it gives me my x value for my vertex. So I'm going to find my axis of symmetry by saying p plus q over t. So p plus q, so 1 plus 5 over 2. So 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 over 2 is 3. And this gives me my x value for my vertex. Okay, so this gives me my x, so that's going to be a 3. Okay, and then I need to find my y, so I'm just going to plug this in to my equation. So negative 2 times 3 minus 1 times 3 minus 5. Negative 2 times 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. So 3, 8 is my vertex. So 3, 8. And really, I have enough points to go ahead and draw my quadratic. If I wanted to make a table, I could make my table where I put my vertex in the middle and then expand my table either direction and find my outputs. So that's how you graph a quadratic when it's in intercept